Hi Internet, in this video I will be doing a diamond painting. I have my LED board here. I found this adorable candy shop diamond painting on AliExpress. I'm really looking forward to doing this on camera. I don't think I've done this before. So I'm going to go ahead and rip off the plastic. And I'm going to fold it. So the inside of this plastic cover is the only part that can be added to this diamond painting. The outside is definitely a different material, and it will permanently stick to this, so I try not to have the outside touching this. So I am going to essentially stamp it down to keep it free from debris. And here we have it. So the outside part, the outside of the print is not sticky. This is a unique diamond painting. It is called partial diamond painting. So this kit includes various shapes of diamonds or drills. I really enjoy doing these. They really don't take that much time to complete. I could probably do this in maybe an hour. But here are all of the symbols. This is really, really cute. I can't wait to do this. So let me open up the drills so we can have a look. So it looks like there are 12 symbols. So here are the numbers that represent each symbol. And as you can see, it goes from number to letter. But I think this is pretty straightforward. I might not even need this guide. But I'm gonna put these to the side and show you what I am currently working with. So I have this diamond painting pen. It is one-sided, so it's shaped like a flower. And this is where you put in the inserts that has the wax in it. I'm going to take essentially the rosebud and put it to the side. I won't be needing that. This tip, ironically, I do use it. I don't think it is meant to be practical, but I do use it to pretty much inch drills to the correct spot. And what I love about this is that it's squishy in the center. I also don't think this is intended, but it does make it soft and easy to hold. It's a very pretty pen, and it's also very practical. Now, the reason I picked up this diamond painting pen is because my inserts fit perfectly in it. They aren't the exact shade of gold, but they're quite similar. This is more of a rose gold, and this is more of your traditional gold color. So I will be starting with number 1. And as you can see, there are a lot of ones here in a straight line. So I'm going to be using my 9 inserts. So this carries 9 drills, or has the potential to carry that many. So I'm going to start with that one. I'm going to add my insert, and voila, there you have it. I'm also going to be working with my trusty scissor. I absolutely love this thing. It's so compact. It could fit into a pencil case. And I often travel with a small bag with all of my diamond painting accessories. I also have this thing. So this is a set of technically 6 trays. We have a large, a medium, and the small. And I love these because they have high walls, so when you are shaking the drills into place, they don't really fall out. And they also make great containers, so if you're stepping away for a snack and you don't want your pet to get into the drills, for example, you could just go ahead and cover them. But yes, great for travel. And a trick I usually do, especially with small canvases like this, is I will fill up the small container. When I'm done with one of the symbols, I just pour the excess in here. And I just compile them that way. And at the end, if I am missing any digits, I could just go back to this and figure out which symbol is which, or which one corresponds to the canvas. So I'm gonna start with number 1. I'm gonna take out my trusty scissor and just cut this one out. Now there are a lot of drills for number 1. Black is a common fall color, fall/spooky season color. I do intend on finishing one color at a time. That's typically how I do these small canvases. Now, because there are a lot of drills in here, I don't really want to use the smaller ones. So what I'm gonna do is use the purple, which is the medium, and just pour the drills in here. That should give me enough space to shake my drills out. So I'm just gonna shake, shake, shake. And now I have a lot of them lined up, which is excellent. All right, so I'm gonna try to grab 9. I don't know how sticky this wax is. I did recently complete a diamond painting, and I did not replace the wax. So hopefully it's still sticky. It does dry out, so you do have to replace it typically after every small canvas or diamond painting kit that you're working on. So I'm just trying to neatly add the drills or diamonds to this. I'm going to use the back here. I'm currently filming in the evening because it's typically quiet in my neighborhood, but I guess tonight is the exception. So I do apologize for that background noise. So even though I have 9 here, I don't have to lay a straight line. When you do this for long enough, you start to learn how to set a few at a time without adding all of them to the canvas. So I have 4 here, and look at that, I have 4 ones that can be added there. It's not going to be perfect. I don't shoot for perfection when I am doing my diamond painting kits. This is truly just relaxing for me. And I am going to frame this. I recently purchased a frame from a thrift store that I think this will fit perfectly into. I have to admit though, I really thought this would be a complete canvas. I don't think I read the product information well enough. I really enjoy doing blocks of drills. And for those who don't know, there are essentially two types of canvases. There are partials. Well, actually, okay, fine. Technically, I think technically three. There are partials like this. And then there are block or color block diamond kits. So like this entire thing is a block, right? Because it's just white space or empty space, and you could just fill in one color, which is very soothing. I prefer blocking. And then there's confetti, right? So this is a partial, so there's only a very small portion is actually empty and needs to be filled in, or only a portion is like sticky and has the symbols on it. So this is one of the easier ones, but this is more of a confetti because you have like 3 or 4 symbols in one small location. So you have 1, 3, and 4 here, for example. That's confetti. So there's confetti, color blocking, and partial. There might be more variations that I'm not thinking of right now, but those are the ones that come to mind, especially when I am selecting the type of canvas or the type of kit that I would like to work on. So I'm just having fun here with this. I hope everyone's month of September is going well. Okay, so I think I messed that one up. And these diamond painting kits are very forgiving. So there are different ways to seal these when you are finished with them. You can use Mod Podge, like a glossy Mod Podge, and then wipe off the top. I've done that before with coasters. But if you don't seal them, the drills are easily adjustable. Unless they're complete, or the canvas is completely dried out and is no longer sticky, they are very forgiving. And back to what I was saying about Mod Podge, if you are planning to seal your diamond painting when you're finished with it, and you are using a sealant like Mod Podge, you will need to wipe the Mod Podge off the top of the drills so they stay shiny. Because even if you are using a gloss Mod Podge, it can slightly mattify your diamond painting canvas. Because these are actually very shiny. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And there are some that are way shinier than this. They're called AB drills, if my memory serves me correctly. So I'm just gonna fill in some of those gaps. I like to use the first and last drill to fill in any gaps. Now this canvas is a little tricky to work with because there are spaces between each symbol. So using my color blocking method, technically it's not color blocking, but because I am doing clusters of one symbol and I'm using something like this, a multi-drill insert, it's kind of difficult to place them right on the symbol, if you can see that. So I do have to stretch out these drills because when I lay them down, They are very close to each other. So I have 6 here, 3, and once in a while I will get tired of adding the same exact color over and over again, and I'll switch, but it's very rare. And I want to say for the last maybe few months, I don't know if you saw that, there was an insect on my LED board. I just took it off. You know, bugs love light. But like I was saying, that was a weird segue. Oh, I guess I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yes. So for the last, I want to say, for the last few months, I've been loving smaller canvases. I notice I really like to finish something in like 1 or 2 sittings. I don't like to organize all the drills. This is probably one of the easiest diamond painting kits you can probably ever do. I have done much more complicated kits, massive kits. And either I would grow bored of it, like it would take me months to finish, and then I would have to store it because I worked so hard on it, which was just a headache for me. Anyway, there's just so much organizing that's done with multiple colors. Like 12 is pretty tame. It's very beginner level. Some people have, I used to have maybe 30 or more symbols to go through. But with smaller kits, I get the satisfaction of getting the image quickly, right? So within an hour, I should have a full image of a candy shop. But when you're diamond painting large canvases, there's some waiting time. And not to say that I'm impatient, but I get so excited about something that I just want to see the result. I guess that is impatient, isn't it? So I'm just trying to even these out. Again, not perfect, but not striving for perfection. And you want to be careful how you store these too. Like, let's say for some reason I don't finish this by this evening. If you store this the wrong way, or if something is sitting on it like a large fat cat, I hope my cat didn't hear that. These diamonds might move, and that's another reason why I don't strive for perfection. I 100% assume that they will move. Maybe overnight or something, because some force moved them. And when I've decided that the canvas is complete and I want to seal it with something like Mod Podge, I could just fix up the canvas really quick. Also, I would like to give my future self a little note. Continue recording yourself completing art projects. Honestly, I feel like promising myself, or maybe promising my audience, that I'm going to be making a part 1 or part 2 of something really holds me accountable, and it forces me to finish projects, because sometimes I just give up. I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes I give up either because I have low energy levels, or I'm preoccupied with the next great new hobby, or maybe I find a book that I'm obsessed with and I'm reading that for like a week, and then I just abandon my projects, my art projects. And I was telling my partner recently that it's likely that I have too many hobbies. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed. But I love so many things. But decision fatigue is a very real thing. It gets exhausting making so many decisions every day. What do I do next? You know, after 5 p.m. is usually when I start my creative projects, whether it's recording videos, editing videos, anything creative. I just freeze. And it happened to me recently, and I decided maybe it's a good idea to alternate. So like, maybe I'll have a few days where I'm focusing on just diamond paintings. Or maybe have a week where I'm just filming unboxing videos. There are much better ways to do this, by the way. The way I'm doing it is a little cheap, fast, and easy. The better way to adjust your drills is to use a single point insert like this. So this can only carry one. So I have some scattered symbols here of ones. I can just use something like this to fix it instead of aggressively shifting the drills around with this blunt edge. Okay, so now I adjust, and that looks a lot better. And also, sometimes you really do have to press them in, otherwise they just won't stay in place. The glue on these is very forgiving, but it's also quite strong. So if you put a lot of pressure, it'll be a little bit more difficult to move around, move the drill around. Okay, that landed pretty nicely. There we go. I hope the camera's focused on what I'm doing. Okay, I think these will all fit in there. So I'm gonna lay it and then fix it up. This is much faster than laying each individual drill at a time. Ta-da, done. So that typically takes a lot more time if you're doing it with a single tip. Okay, I'm gonna lay it and fix it. I am absolutely in no rush to complete this project. Even though it appears that way, I'm not. But I'm so curious how this will look in that frame that I purchased, that picture frame that I got from that thrift store. I'm so excited about it. It was a very intentional purchase because I've been searching for a picture frame for some time. some of the purchases I made in my thrift store shopping spree were unintentional, but I will give myself a pass on that because it's secondhand and I can always return it to the thrift store by donating it to the thrift store. That's how I view my secondhand purchases. I could just make them third hand and fourth hand, if that even makes sense. So I laid that on. Let's see, will this fit? That was very good. Just looking for more ones. Also, are any of you decorating for Halloween? Going to be honest, I love it when people decorate for Halloween. Truly. I want to say I love when people decorate in general for any holiday or non-holiday. I personally do not want to decorate as much as I used to, and it's for a couple of reasons. My home is small and I don't have a lot of space to be storing away large pumpkins and things, but I do enjoy small seasonal decor. I recently picked up a very cute item that I'm going to be adding to my collection and likely donating once the season ends. I found this adorable pumpkin from Target and it was only $1. It was only $1, and I've been looking for a disco pumpkin for about 3 months. And the price fit the criteria, as did the design. So I thought I'd pick it up. And I think I've been picking up small little pumpkins for a few years now. I don't know what it is, but I love small pumpkins. I also would like to include, I don't quite decorate for holidays anymore because I find that holidays are too short. You know, in addition to the space thing, it's kind of exhausting having to pull out items just to put them away a month later. With seasonal decor, for example, a giant snowflake or maybe one giant wreath that you own and you put up during winter time, I find that to be much more acceptable and more to my liking, because you'll have it up longer, right? There are 4 seasons in a year. If you have one big wreath on your door to commemorate, not commemorate, but to give thanks to each season, that sounds lovely to me. I currently have 2 wreaths. I have a colorful winter wreath that I will likely be putting up on the first day of December or winter solstice, haven't decided. And I have a wreath that has pumpkins on it. And to me, that just sounds so simple, so elegant, so easy, then having a wreath for every like holiday, for example. And again, that's just personal preference. I still love it very, very much when I see people putting in so much energy, creativity, time, finances into decorating for their home. It's really, really fun to see what people create. Like, I see a lot of YouTubers creating beautiful things, or beautiful spaces, beautiful spaces filled with beautiful decor. I love that. And I also love seeing people shop for decor, or watching them shop for decor on YouTube. It's fun. Would I buy those items? Probably not. And if I do, it's probably a gift for someone else. So here's my thing. Because I love it when other people decorate so much, I will offer to pick up decor for their homes, so that way when I come over, I can still enjoy decorations without having to care, maintain, or store those items. And I get to make the person happy. Everybody wins. And to be honest, some people are very creative and they can do so much with so little. And I find that to be so admirable. You really don't need to spend much. You know, like money can't buy taste, that sort of thing. So anyone that has an eye for decorating will make their home look incredible. No matter what their financial situation is, they can make it happen. And I know someone like that, very talented person. And I always offer to add to their decorating collection, or collection of decor, seasonal decor. And I have a good eye for buying things, like buying decorations, but putting them together, it's not my greatest skill. But I will give myself credit for creating vignettes, or I don't know how to pronounce that word, or maybe it's just hard for me to pronounce, I don't know. But I like creating small spaces that are just really colorful. And for example, my desk, right? I have a lot of small things on my desk. To me, like, it brings me joy and I think it looks good. Like, one small space that is cohesive and fun to look at. That is how I quote unquote decorate. I don't like to have everything decorated. I just like to have a few spaces of color, or just neutrals, like what I have in front of me right now. And I'll change those up every now and then. But when it comes to full home decorating, I don't think that's my greatest strength, is what I'm saying. I think there are people much more talented in that area. Interesting. So these kits, they usually have a photo of the completed image, or the result that you would get after adding all the drills, but this one doesn't have it. So it is getting pretty late where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and continue this tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. Please let me know your thoughts below. Are you interested in diamond painting? Would you like to try this one day? And I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.